So do you want to be part of the 5% solution or part of the 95% that stand on the sidelines? It'll be a Marines mecca. I have to go to the ton. Right. Tuesday night, you come to the ton and you're in there having dinner, and Benjamin Franklin comes up and sits down at the table with you and starts talking about the debate that they just had that day in the Second Continental Congress. In May of this year, we happened to be at Modern Day Marine up in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And we had our booth set up. Like, that's our second year we've had a booth set up. And I had a booth right next to Pat's for the ton.
Yeah.
And we were just conversing, and almost out of the blue, Pat says, 1775, I think we can play with that. I went, what do you mean? He goes, I think we really need to create a 1775 club. I said, all right, let's talk those out. So we have created a 1775 club.
Yeah.
And what that is $17.75 for 12 months, or a one-time payment of $213, and you're a member for life. And what you get out of it is it's a cool T-shirt. It really is a cool T-shirt, and it's so cool. I can't tell you how many people have called me or sent an email saying, hey, I want to buy a 1775 club shirt.
Yeah.
How much is it? $213. It's a T-shirt. Exactly. The only way you can get it is becoming a member.
Yeah.
But then you get a serialized coin. Okay? So the coin you get, the number on the back is your number. And that will be forever and ever at the ton. So once we're up and operational, there'll be a computer screen, like if you go to the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
For instance, some of the displays, they got that big flat screen TV there. This one will be specifically for 1775 club members. So you'll be able to scroll and find your name or your dad's name or your brother's name, and then you get a really nice certificate out of this. But we figured this was our grassroots effort to get people engaged.
What other ancillary benefit do people get for being a member?
I'm glad you asked.
Because I'm telling you, I'm just saying, people are going to want to know, what's in it for me? Because everybody wants to know what's in it for me.
Besides getting those three items, the weekend from the 7th through the 11th, I was telling you about.
Yeah.
1775 club members that have signed up for one of the events that we're doing. They will get, besides the sponsors, because you've been around enough, sponsors always get the tables closest to the stage.
Sure.
But right behind the sponsors are going to be 1775 club tables.
Okay.
So they'll be up close at all the events.
Okay, so for any event that ever happens there,
1775 club members will get special seating
for
any event.
And how many people will be able to be part of the 1775 club?
We're not stopping it.
Okay, so there's no limit on the numbers.
There's no limit on it. And if you're ever in Philadelphia, once the building's built, and it will be built, there's no question it's going to be built.
Yeah.
Between 1700 and 1800, 365 days of the year, you'll be able to walk in and get 75-cent beer.
Oh, wow.
All you got to do is show your coin.
Yeah.
You just have to physically have your coin in hand.
Yeah.
Plop that down on the bar, and you get your 75-cent beer. And to date, I'm happy to announce that as of midnight last night, we have 2,501 members of the 1775 Club.
Oh, you've already got 2,500.
And that has generated nearly $500,000.
Oh, wow.
Let me put it in perspective for you. This is totally based on the Department of Veteran Affairs data. Okay? If 5% of those Americans who have earned the title of Marine were to join the 1775 Club, and I'm only talking $213, a one-time payment,
yeah,
5%, we could pay cash for the place. We could put down nearly $23 million.
Is that how much the place is going to cost?
Yeah.
$23 million.
Yep.
And how much have you raised so far?
A little over 2. We've got guarantees for a little over 3, and then we have the $3 million from the state of Pennsylvania. So we're closing in on $7 million.
Okay.
That we have.
So you're still going to probably need another 16.
We would like to get that 11 to 12 million.
11 to 12, yeah.
And to get a construction loan so we can start digging.
Yeah.
Because we know people will come out of the woodwork, because there's still some people out there that, well, let me see if they're really going to start digging a hole.
Yeah.
And once we start digging the hole, we are 100% certain that people will come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, I think right now people are always going to be apprehensive until they hear, okay, they're breaking ground. And once they see you're actually breaking ground, then they'll be more apt to invest.
So do you want to be part of the 5% solution or part of the 95%, that stand on the sidelines?
Yeah.
Part of the 5% that want to see it built? To me, it's a no-brainer, but I've been engaged over 2 years now.
Yeah.
With the project. So
yeah, I think that really what it comes down to is that there's a war of information out there, as always, and people just want to know that their money is going to something that is worthwhile. Number one, they want to know that it's legitimate, which they just got to do a little bit of research and they can see for themselves, right? And then they want to know that it's going to be something valuable, and they want to know what's in it for them. Like I said, that's why the WIFM never goes away. It doesn't matter if you're teaching a class or if you're just like out in society, because people always want to know what's in it for them. And rightly so, because like, how is this going to benefit me? Obviously it's a cool venture, and I'd like to see this thing come to fruition, because this has been a huge plan.
It'll be a Marines Mecca.
Yeah, and people can make
Marines Mecca. I gotta
go, make their pilgrimage.
Yep. I have to go to the ton.
You guys will probably be able to throw multiple balls there throughout the year, throughout the ball season. And then you'll be able to have all kinds of other events that people could probably book, private events.
Oh yeah,
private dinners,
private dinners. I mean,
there's a lot of really cool opportunities.
The board made a determination that once it starts getting built, 6 months prior to completion, we're going to have to hire an events coordinator.
Yeah,
going to have to be full-time staff.
Yep,
because we will have to start planning that far out.
You'll probably end up getting booked, for like multiple years in a row from people.
Oh my God,
who are wanting to come do stuff there, not only for retirements but promotions. People are going to want to book promotion swearing in ceremonies, birthday balls. There's probably going to be somebody out there that's going to want to get married in it. There's going to be all kinds of crazy stuff that you're going to run into.
All the time.
Private dinners, private business meeting, like officer night outs, staff NCO night outs, NCO night outs, like. What are they called?
Dine-ins.
Dine-ins. Yeah. Things like that, where mess nights. Mess nights will be a thing. They're going to definitely have mess nights in there.
Harrisburg is just up the road from us.
Yeah, they're going to definitely have mess nights.
Joint Reserve Base right across the river.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you that like 8th and I will probably take a trip up there and have a mess night up there at some point.
No, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
And there's just a lot of opportunity there, and I'm a big fan of history. I've always found history super interesting and captivating, and something that it really attracts me is like learning about our country's history, and just history in general. I think is just very fascinating to me, and I've always appreciated the culture, and I think that there's a lot to learn from history, and it's going to be, even though it won't be like the original location, it's still going to be a real cool opportunity to kind of like feel like you're a part of something historical.
It's ironic you bring that up, because it actually stresses 2 points that the foundation is striving that we're going to do. This coming week, November weekend, the whole birthday weekend, on Saturday, the 8th of November, we are rolling out what's called the Ton Legacy Tour. This is a bus/walking tour that the state of Pennsylvania actually gave the foundation a $10,000 grant to develop, because this will be a unique bus tour that the Ton Foundation will own, that is being, like I said, being rolled out that Saturday, and we are going to 12 specific sites that tie directly back to the Ton. One of the first stop is the grave site for Major Nicholas. Okay, that's one of the sites. We're going to go to the last remaining steps there. For those that haven't been to Philadelphia, the water actually sits down probably 40, 50 feet. And to get from the water up to the bank, the city originally had I want to say it was 6 sets of steps. There's still 1 set remaining. So those are just 2 of the examples, but we're going to roll out this bus tour to stress the history of the place. Yeah. The other item that we're doing is we've already been contacted. We've signed a loose MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with the Museum of the American Revolution, that we want to develop a partnership with to actually work with them. They work with us to utilize the historical significance that the ton played in American history. And we'll have some of their stuff. We're starting to get stuff from all kinds of people. You wouldn't believe they want to give us stuff. Yeah. So we want to form that partnership because we want to bring back to not just the local area there in Old Town Philly, but Philadelphia in general, that sense of what those taverns used to be. I mean, those were the worldwide webs during the time. When ships came into the docks, they brought the newspapers from Europe.
Yeah.
You know, here's the latest news. So where would you go learn that? You go down to the taverns. And that's where you sit down with the ship's captain or the people that just came in. So we want to do that. We want to engage the locals. You know, we have a vision of when there's local elections. Well, why not have the candidates there at the ton and they actually do a public debate? Why not? Why not get it back to that?
Yeah.
You know, and we've already engaged with period reenactors from around Philadelphia at last year's block party. Here's a for instance. We had Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams. We're all there walking around.
Bunch of reenactors and stuff.
And we're talking guys that I don't know if they've done facial surgery.
Yeah.
But these guys,
they looked the part.
They looked the part and they remained in character the entire block party. So Tuesday night you come to the ton and you're in there having dinner and Benjamin Franklin comes up and sits down at the table with you and starts talking about the debate that they just had that day in the Second Continental Congress.